Hello, all my sleuthy bears! My name is Chronically Blue, and welcome back to episode 2 of Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights. We have some boxes that we... Oh, I guess we... No, did we just do a cheat? No, hold on. Hey, so... Sometimes there's a collision, a little bit, but not enough in order to get scared by a rat. Way to go. Yes, last episode we did the intro, we actually got all the Scooby snacks in one of the levels, which is very helpful. And I feel really bad for anyone who missed the Scooby snacks, specifically towards the gate in the very beginning, because that's a very easy one to miss. And unfortunately, that is going to happen quite a bit. There's going to be stuff that is just out of camera, this view, where you're going to have to be like, I'm going to have to chance it. But thankfully that won't happen for a while. We have a few episodes before we get the beautiful time of that. We can jump on this, and that does lower this platform, which helps. I'm not sure how that happens, but you know, these things, they work. Thankfully, we were able to just go ahead and collect all of these Scooby snacks, and I'm just already not looking forward to some of the upcoming levels. Thankfully, it's nothing close, but very soon we're gonna have some very unique levels to say. And thankfully we are invulnerable when we are going through a door, so we did not take damage there, as well as whenever you load into a level, apparently the health bar just isn't there. But you know, it happens. But yes, so last episode we got this, as well as the double jump, and it's not helpful. I really hope it's not used, because it is one of the most forgettable power-ups in this game. But, you know, if you care that much, you know, you could use it. I don't, but you could. Just because I'm impatient. And I was impatient at a young age as well, so it's not like this is anything new. In fact, one of the few ways that I'm able to actually follow the story of the game is if I do a Let's Play of it, which I spoke about previously. Oh, is that a giant spider? I did not notice that. Okay, then. Here we have another snack attack. Fantastic. Yeah, so whenever there's a snack gate, you can almost assume that there is going to be a warp gate with there as well, just because, you know, this game was indeed made for kids, so they just assume, oh, they're not going to go after it all, but then it's like, whoops, you got to do it. And they're going to be like, I don't want to. Okay, well, I'm glad we actually, I'm glad we dug that up, because, ooh, there's a Scooby snack up there, but we can't get there yet, we need more stuff. Man, I'm just really good at taking damage. Oh, right, we have this area. So we have swinging trees that are going to be very hard to properly line up. Not specifically those ones there, but the ones where it's two-dimensional. Okay, I'm not sure how I did that properly, but yeah, that's more along the lines of what I was talking about. There's a box of soap up there, which we can't use yet. And let me just put it like this. I've done a little bit of practice, not a lot. I have not gotten the bubblegum, the soap, or anything like that, and it's been a very long time since I was able to. So I do not know what they do, and I do not know how to use it. So I'm going to be focusing very much on the tutorial once that does come up. And by tutorial, I mean line of text that tells you what button to press. As well as there is no cheat codes in this game. Or there might be, but it might be like one of those pros things. So it doesn't specifically have like a cheat code menu where you can enter cheat codes, which is cool. Because it'd just be really lame if you're like, yeah, I 100% of the game. And like, you didn't. You actually didn't. You just inputted a cheat code. So do not jump into this bottomless pit here. There is a flying Cupid coming by in order to lend us a platform. And so there's not a lot that we can do here. We can't go up there yet. So we just have to keep on moving forward and open up this gate. And we're actually going to be getting a power up. I want to... Yeah, right here. Da, 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 da. So we're going to get one of our first useful power-ups here. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and activate the warp gate just in order to make our lives easier. And when I was young, I just traveled through the warp gates like 15 times because I had no idea what I was doing. Oop, got it. Sweet. That's actually a really hard jump to do. And so I'm really glad that we're able to do it. Here we have some of these really tiny platforms that swivel back and forth, which isn't fun. It makes it very easy in order to misalign yourself with. But that's like one of the things about this game that kind of helps is how like one of the points of difficulty is how big the platforms are, because the developers definitely knew this. They were like, yeah, this is going to be a little hard to go through, so let's make it a big platform. And then as you keep going throughout the game, the platforms will get thinner and thinner, which, of course, adds to the difficulty. But in a way that is very gradual, it's not just night and day. So it's something that I very much enjoy. It's specifically like the shine sprites in Super Mario Sunshine, where each time you get one, it increases the brightness just a little bit. We found the helmet! We can press the X button to dash. And not only by opening boxes and barrels, we can now also run into enemies. The enemies will not contain Scooby snacks. They will just contain meat, but they are annoying, so we're going to go ahead and murder them anyway. Because why not? It's what we do. So we could very easily go back and get the monster token that we missed in the hedge maze craze. Or, you know, the things. Here we have a secret area here. These will be prevalent, where it's not going to do anything, but you're going to have to do something to unlock it, and then it'll show the press B to enter. So this will actually take us back to On Edge in the Hedge, to this little area that we couldn't get through previously. So actually, we're going to go ahead and move forward, actually, in order to go and get the monster token that we missed previously. Well, missed previously, but we couldn't get it, so it's not really our fault. Yeah, that one. At least they put it right next to us, so we can't miss it. And then it is honestly just easier in order to wait for the cupids to shuffle, or, you know, left kick, right kick, in order to... I had a joke there. I set it up and then I fumbled the ball, and now we lost the tennis game. So, way to go, Chronically Blue. Way to go. But now that we've gone ahead and taken care of On Edge in the Hedge, we are back at the Mystery Machine Warp Place, where we can... Honestly, we can't do a whole lot. What we can do is we can go through the Mystery Mansion and start making progress on that. Because we have currently just hit a bit of a dead end in the On Edge in the Hedge. But we can at least go here now that we have the springs as well as the helmet, I almost said the bucket, in order to go through and make some headway here. Now, you gotta be careful with the bats, as well as with that Scooby snack. That's one of the few ones that is really easy to miss stuff on. Oh, yeah, like that. Again, it's gonna happen a lot, don't you worry. Oh, this door seems to be locked from the other side. That's what the text said really fast. I just went ahead and read it for y'all. Here we have some floating carpets. This is the first time we're going to be introduced to them. Oh, come on, even. So yes, there's another monster token that we missed, because why would it work? That'd be way too convenient. I think the only way to actually load that platform back is to exit and re-enter. And believe you me, we are getting that monster token the legitimate way. It's just sometimes it can be very unique. It could definitely be easier if you wait until you get a specific power-up later on. I don't know. I've never actually 100% of this game, so... And I'm also not watching a Let's Play. This is just 100% blind, which is, you know, the best kind of blind. Oh, no, come on. I could have totally had that. No, we're going to do that again. Third time's the charm, and then we're going to wait, in case we can't. I am just excited to show all the inventions that we're going to get that will make our lives easier, as well as make it so we can go through all the many different branching paths. Because that's one of the things I really like about the Metroidvania games, where it's like, hey, look, you got this thing. Now you can go here. Ah, come on. Whatever. I didn't need it anyway. So, you will notice that there's a little texture clippage here, where it's just a very... It's just a bit of a spine there that, you know, it's very hard to ignore. But if we ran into this little... Yeah, there's music cues for everything here. If we ram into that little book, it will open up the door so we can go through it. Now, thankfully, we did get all the Scooby Snacks in this specific area. I'm hoping. So now we're in Calamity and the Manor Part 2. And this is the part that I showed off in the first episode, where we had the little monster there. And woo! Look at that. It comes to life. And this is one of the monsters that actually takes 2 hits. The Headless Manor takes 1 hit. So nothing too complicated, but also, you know, it's unique, to say the least. Here you have another Headless Manor. And we do have a thing of Scooby Snacks up there that is actually really hard to get. I cannot tell you how many times I've tried to get this. It is very annoying, because the shadow appears, but then it also doesn't, so you just... There we go. Oh. Now I can go to sleep at night. It's... Sometimes they place it in really hard to find places, so if you have difficulty getting a Scooby Snack, don't sweat it. You will definitely get a power-up later on that'll make it easier. Hopefully. But luckily that little bookshelf takes us all the way back to this area here, so we can go through the door and continue with our progress. And one thing that I'm noticing is that when I do live commentary, I focus on the gameplay a lot more. Because if I was doing post-commentary, I'd mostly just be focusing on stories and such, commenting a little bit about the game, but mostly just focusing on stories. Ooh, we want that. Yeah, they do cheap stuff all the time, so don't expect to be like, what? Why is this so cheap? It's like, they're gonna do that. I don't think they really expected anyone to actually go for 100% completion. But then they met me. I want to say there's 100% speedruns of this game as well, but I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, it's so weird, because it kind of loads it in, but it also doesn't. So you just gotta... There we go. It's very difficult. I'm not gonna even run the boogie monsters on that. It is difficult in order to get every single Scooby Snack. But you do get the satisfaction of knowing when you've gotten every single Scooby Snack, because it'll tell you that you've gotten every single Scooby Snack. And you know what? That's enough for me. Yes, you can smack bats mid-air just by jumping on them. It is hard to do, but you could do it. More often than not, you are going to miss, and unfortunately just take the hit. We do have a little back area here that we can bust open with the helmet, and now we can exit the door into the nether part of Calamity and the Manor Part 4, the final part of Calamity and the Manor. And here we have a part that is... It's not difficult, but it definitely takes you through a bit of a learning curve. So, in this level right here, we're going to learn about buttons and what they do. Most of the time, it will show you what they do. Sometimes they won't show you what they do. So, you really just gotta see what happens here. There's a bit of a platform right there. Ah, we didn't get all the Scooby Snacks. Oh well. I'm sure we'll find out why. So yes, if we press the button, it will start the fire extinguisher, and we can go and get the little key, and we can... Whoa. It's now all slippery and such. Ice physics. It's the best. And you do have to be quick about the key, because you will definitely... Once the fire goes away, then... Oh, that's weird. Once the fire goes away... once the water goes away, then the fire will come back. Which makes me wonder what kind of stove they're using if it just comes back. But, you know, what is behind here? I want to know. Oh, we've opened a door. I never said I was smart. It's Geronimo. Which I think is a slur. I'm not too sure. I could be wrong. Or I could be right. You know, these things, they happen. We still have some more Scooby Snacks in the air, which is my least favorite Scooby Snacks. If they just put them on the ground, that'd be great. But no, we just gotta make it challenging. We have a warp gate here, but luckily there's no hidden door. But we are able to exit out the little bookshelf that we entered in, so we can actually go ahead and smack this one open. And yes, doors can hide Scooby Snacks, which is just fantastic. Yeah, so that's Geronimo, and when you hit him, he screams Geronimo. But we had enough snacks in order to get through the snack gate, so now we can move on to the next part, Mind Your Manners. You know, like a Anyway, we have a... There we go. Sometimes you press the button to charge, and the Scoob doesn't. So, you know, it's unique. Here we have something that we're going to fix for us now, so that way it'll be more helpful in the future. And just be careful with the ghosts. You don't have a way of defeating them, so you just gotta do it. And hope that you don't mess up and take all the hit points. I swear I'm good at this game. I say as I die. Like, no, I'm so good at this game. Dies from a ghost. Oh yeah, so that right there where you're like under it, but like not kinda, where it stops you from jumping, that's gonna happen a lot. Unfortunately. That's something that you can't really get over. That's just gonna happen. So you just gotta really make sure that you are fully lined up as best as possible. Okay, we did get the Scooby snack though. I thought this was a lot longer when I was a kid, but you know, everything seems more annoying. Also, we have stuff that we can't get up there yet. Like, if we try really hard, we could just make it, but not really. As well as we still have the thing that's stopping us from doing maximum jumpage, so we're just gonna have to come back for that later. So we're gonna have to skip these Scooby snacks, unfortunately. But there is a little hidden door here, and once we run into it, it activates the fan, which removes the fog. That doesn't do anything for us immediately, but it will do something for us in the future, when we get another invention. Go figure. There was a werewolf there, but we destroyed it with the helmet, so we can both... So... Yes, it's the creeper. There's Shaggy being chased by a ghost. And, while we're just doing this little boring part here, I did want to say that, growing up, even as an adult, whenever I watch Scooby Doo, I have no idea who, like, the culprit is. That's just one thing that I've never learned. And I'm like, I'm always just like, oh yeah, it's gotta be this bad guy, they're super suspicious. And it's like, nope, it's actually this person. I'm like, how did that happen? I'm like, oh, you know. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm like, oh, well, we will explain it for you. I'm like, okay. I mean, thank you for explaining it, but I still don't understand. They just had to make the camera all upsetty spaghetti here. Okay, so we're just gonna... Oh, come on. Yeah, this game does not want you to beat it. There we go. Sweet goodness. Yes, as I said before, there's going to be lots of times where it's going to be very difficult in order to get all the Scooby snacks. I didn't even know that one was up there. Huh. Well, I'm glad we got it. There is a monster token over here that I'll be able to show, but I won't be able to get. Yeah, so it's just quite a pathway in order to get all the way over here. Now, you could get it, however, they've specifically placed these chandeliers in order to be just very unattainable. So, yeah, like that. So, I can definitely spend minutes just trying to get it. So, I'm just going to try one more time, and if I can't get it, then we're going to move on. But, you know, it's nice to at least show it. I'm definitely hoping we're going to get something in order to make this easier, because if we don't, then I'm going to have no fun coming back here. Yeah, this is definitely the part where I started to be like, okay, this isn't cool. Okay, that was a door that just closed on me. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. Whatever, we're just gonna have to move on and come back to this later. Hey, Cake. I mean, listen, if I killed a rat and it birthed Cake, I'd be a little concerned, but also very impressed, because I like cake. Well, then again, lots of people like cake. It's hard to imagine someone who doesn't like cake. Like what happened to you to cause you to not like cake? Great. I'm so glad we could do that. Really? Really? Thank you. Alright, we're gonna leave that monster token for later. Was there a thing up there? No, okay. We're going to be able to just come down here, and I just realized I wasn't holding this run button this entire episode. We lost like 5 seconds. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, one of the biggest enemies of this game is the perspective, which is not going to become easier. However, we are in this little area here, which, you know, it's alright. Nothing great, but, you know, it's a little area. And we do have more of those really hard to reach chandeliers that allow us to get more stuff. And a lot of ghosts, actually. Like, quite a large amount of ghosts. Like, I think they need to cost one a large amount of ghosts. I don't know who they're gonna call, but, you know, there's something strange in the neighborhood. Okay, let's get these Scooby Snacks. Gonna go up here. So we're not doing... I don't even know how we're doing, honestly. Hey, look! A chandelier! My favorite thing! It's honestly just a coin flip if you're going to land on the chandelier or not. However, we do have a box over here that we have to break open. Whoop. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to ride the chandelier. Yeah, just one more time in order for us to clean up the rest of the Scooby Snacks. So any Scooby Snacks that you pick up, they do get saved, so they will not respawn. Which is... It's kind of like the gems in Spyro. Which is very annoying, to be completely honest. But, you know, it's also, you know, it's fun. He said. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and take the chandelier over here, and then it'll allow us to drop down. So then we can enter the door, and actually we can just go ahead and... Oh, that scared me a little bit. Okay, then. Yes, anytime you're facing the camera, just go ahead and take the initiative, and just dash. It's not going to hurt anything. We can't step on this, and that will cause the bookshelf to open. Oh, no, I want that. Come on. Am I proving I'm a good gamer? So we have a door right here that we could enter. However, that's not really going to help us. We also have a bookshelf here that we can't fix with either. However, we can go all the way down here. Hey, warp gate. Okay, so... we have 187 of 228 Scooby Snacks. We missed 8 Scooby Snacks in Clamor in the Manor. That's going to drive me crazy. And we are just hoping that this has a minivan on it so we can go ahead and end this episode with all scares upstairs. And thankfully it does. Alright, so with that, we've gone ahead and we've made quite a lot of progress here. We haven't gotten all the Scooby Snacks, unfortunately, which I don't like saying. But, you know, maybe soon. Man, this SUV sure takes its sweet time being ready for you to save again so you can see your progress. Just saying, it was a lot faster in the GameCube version. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we're 26% of the way done. So we're already doing pretty good. But thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Thank you all for watching, Sleuthy Bears.